Hello, this is Mrs. Fitzpatrick, and I thought I'd share some information with you that I shared with your sons and daughters on the first day of English class. First of all, I told all my students I'm available before and after school every day. I'm usually here well before 7:30, and I'm usually here much later than 3:30. But I also wanted to give you my email address, cfitzpatrick at andreanhs.com. So if you have any questions, any concerns along the way, please feel free to get in contact with me and I will get back to you as quickly as I possibly can, always within 24 hours, so that we can work together to help your son and daughter to be as successful as they possibly can be and to be amazed at how much they've learned over the year by the end of the year. My rules are basically simple. They have to be nice to each other. We want an academic atmosphere where they aren't afraid to try something new, which means they might make a mistake, so we can't make fun of each other. They have to bring the materials with them to class every day, has to be turned in on time. Each day that it's late is a 20% penalty. If they're late to class, they get a 15-minute detention to serve with me. That's to get the idea that yes, they can get to class and to ask questions, be perceptive, ask if they don't understand something. The required text this year, The Pigman, which we are reading in class right now, Mirrors and Windows Level 9, that is their textbook. They can do online or they can do the old-fashioned printed hardcover book, whatever that's up to whatever their preference is. The vocabulary books that we'll be using, we distributed to them in class already. We'll be working with Latin, Greeks, and roots. So as they run across new words that they don't have encountered before, they can start to take the words apart to understand them and so build vocabulary. What they need for class, they need a notebook to keep their notes and to keep them organized, a folder to keep handouts together, paper, pen, or pencil to write with, and of course their Chromebook. I wanted to go over the facts with you, which is the online grading system so that you can see it. This is basically what it looks like when you go to the English class, although it's not very made up yet. This was from the first day of school. You'll notice all these tabs up here at top. The homework and lesson plans I will put online every week by Friday for the following week, so that you can see what students are doing. It will say the classwork, it will give the homework assignments that they have to do. And again, that's under both homework and lesson plan. That way, whichever way you're thinking, you can find it easily. I also have under resources the syllabus, the class rules and procedures, and something very helpful for their vocabulary that is entirely free. If you go to that link there are free interactive lessons, games, Quizlets, practice tests that match exactly the vocabulary program. So anyone who's struggling with vocabulary and vocabulary quizzes, this is a wonderful, just one more wonderful resource that they can use for help. And finally, grading. Specifically picked this one because before we had any grades, I grade by points. I don't weigh more for tests or quizzes or homework, but I wanted to just see basically what it looks like. It'll show all the grades, what they have, how many points they received out of the possible. If they're late, I'll mark it as late so that you can see what the percentage that was taken off for their late grade penalty. If they're absent, I'll put it in as M, which calculates as a zero until they make it up, and I will write a note when they have to make their work up by. If they're ever quarantined, I will send them, as soon as I get word, I will start sending them their lessons through via Google Classroom each day by 8 a.m., and it will be due by 6 p.m. that night. If they have any questions or if they don't feel well enough to work, please just email me right away so that I know. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a great year. We want our students to be academically ready, but we also want them to be good citizens because that's how they're going to change the world, to be leaders, to see the dignity in each other, and to have the confidence in themselves to know what they can accomplish. Again, if you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to get in touch with me at any time.